Cincinnati Reds. Woo. I'm from Ohio.
Oh, fantastic.
I was there 2 weeks ago.
That's where my parents still live in the same house.
Oh.
Yeah.
What's from
They're out in Cincinnati. Yeah, they're out here actually right now.
So can you say much about the next season? They said they couldn't say much.
They've been trained well.
Yes.
Absolutely. I think obviously we're picking up right where we left off. Joan and I we've always talked about shows that leave you with a cliffhanger and then it comes back and it's tidily resolved. We hate that. We want to be honest to what has transpired at the end of the season in terms of Finch being abducted, and we're going to go headlong right into it. And the dynamic of the show is going to shift. Obviously, Carter and Fusco know about each other, and they know about how both of them are working with Reese, so that dynamic has to change as well. We always want to be advancing that ball. And, when you're network television, it's very difficult to create a big show that a lot of people can come to, where if you want to draw a new audience, if our show's going to grow, it has to be a show that people can drop into and understand what's going on. So there's always that challenge. But I think the thing that we enjoy my writing the most is the larger serialized aspect. Things, what's happening with the lives, what's going on between these characters, exploring their backstories and flashback. We know that both of them are characters that have experienced trauma in their past and have fallen off the grid for a reason. We got a big clue as to that in terms of Reese's character in season 1. In season 2, I think what you're going to see is they're going to start to explore Finch's character and what happened with him and his fiancée, why he chose to do what he did, what happened to his partner, and of course how Finch gets living.
What about why he was had basically been masquerading? I think we found out all the way since he had been in college. Are we going to find out more about that? Why he's been doing this for such a long time?
Absolutely. I think the character of Harold Finch is someone who is prescient in a lot of ways. He's obviously an eccentric genius who has known for a long time that he was, if you imagine Wozniak and Jobs, there was a guy behind the man who was just as intelligent, just as capable, perhaps maybe even more so. But he understood that his place wasn't in the limelight, and then that maybe there would come a day where some of these technologies could become dangerous. And he's someone who understood this from an early age and has chosen these various aliases.
Okay.
How big of a role is? I mean, the machine seems to be getting smarter and smarter and smarter and working. How far can this thing go? And is it going to get beyond Finch's control?
Something we talk about every day, and it's an excellent question. I think it's an exciting one, and I think Joan and I discuss this a lot in terms of the technologies, the amazing technologies that we all have now take for granted. It seems like smartphones have pretty much been the Trojan horse technology in the aspect of, you told everyone 10 years ago, you'd have your entire music collection, you'd have GPS in your pocket, and a timeline for the police to follow you at every turn, and no one would care. And everyone not only would do that, they would engage in social networking to an extent that there were no secrets left in terms of your private life. People would probably say you were crazy. Now, not only is it something that we don't have any qualms with law enforcement after 9/11, that was something we talked about in terms of the level of surveillance and trading privacy for security. We gave it up voluntarily, which is really interesting, and I think that puts us on the cusp of a very interesting time. And in terms of the level of intelligence, the amount of information that we can gather about every individual and where this is all going, nobody knows. But we don't think it's very interesting to sit back and say, isn't it scary? Isn't it this crazy Orwellian thing that the government is watching you? There's a lot of people who say, great, I'm not doing anything wrong. Why should I care? That's an interesting question. What the amount of accumulating all this information in aggregate, what are they going to do with it? What can a machine that's capable of using all this information eventually do with it is a very interesting question. I think we're in crazy times. Yep. All right, guys. Thank you.